Hey friends, welcome back. We are back in the food forest. It's springtime, 70 degrees out today. Just wanted to check out the yuzu and just see what happened over the winter. We had a pretty crazy cold winter, and we got down to, I don't remember what it was, but I'll post it on the video once I look it up. And it wasn't just like a little dip and then come back up. It was down for an extended period of time, like I want to say 3 or 4 days. It's pretty long. So I think I posted a previous video where I said I was setting up like a little heat rock here, and I found some more like urbanite, I think it's called, just crushed up concrete. And what I did before this freeze came in is I just took a shower curtain and just threw it over the whole thing. And I kind of weighted it down a little bit. And now that it's been, I don't know, it's been about 3 months. No, not that long, about 2 months. So it happened in January, I believe. February, March. Yeah, about 2 months. Kind of assessing the damage here because it takes the citrus kind of a while to show what's happened. And I cut off the tips of these, but it looks like just the top is the thing that got damaged, and they were kind of bent over kind of like that, for a little while because it had some snow and quite a lot of ice. But down here closer to this rock, none of these leaves even dropped, so it definitely works. Super cool. And I think this was what I was saying is I just needed that one winter to kind of limp it through, and then I think it would be fine because it's starting to put out some pretty thick stems, and the stuff near the bottom is starting to get thick enough that I can probably start withstanding some cold. But every time you're like, oh, I'll roll the dice, you get like the ultimate 100-year cold coming in or some crazy crap. So same thing with the low quad. I just threw a shower curtain over it, just an old one, and it took a little bit more damage, but it looks pretty good. I mean, most winters it drops all the leaves. It looks really sad, so this is not too bad. I'll have to show you guys the front yard at some point. We had 2 locust trees drop, which I thought they would never drop, and the ice storm brought them down. We had 2 locust trees that came down, and I've been just chainsawing them for, Christ, weeks. And what else did we have happen? We had a third that actually snapped. I can show you that because that's in the backyard here. It's a pretty wild winter. Lots of wind, and we had this like kind of odd combination of ice and then rain and then ice again. So the trees got all weighed down. See, check this out. See that branch on that birch? They got all weighed down, and then the ice came, or the rain came and started weighing them down even more. Iris is taking a nap. And the other odd thing was that we had like 50-mile-an-hour winds at the same time. So a lot of stuff came down. I've been seeing the stick piles and cleaned them up. There's the doggo sunning herself. Here, I'll show you this locust tree. This one, like a third of it snapped off. See how it's got these 2 uprights? Well, there was a third. And yeah, just cracked in half. And all of this stuff in here is all rotted out. I couldn't believe it. I mean, the lure, I guess, for locust trees is that they never rot. The Forestry Service says it takes them 100 years to rot in ground. I mean, maybe that's true, but I know these are younger than that. The one that fell, actually, I counted the rings. It was maybe 35 years old, somewhere around 30, a little bit older than that. But yeah, so this one's we're working on trying to get this one down. I've been learning how to climb trees so that I can work on this a little bit. And maybe I can get up here and show you a little bit. Here, I'll just climb up here a little bit. Check that out. log piles everywhere. It was pretty crazy looking. I'll show you. I'll cut in a picture of what it looked like when it came down. It was nuts. But the good news is it fell away from the house, because we always have east winds that come from the east, and that usually blows things away from the house. And we cut down everything that was, I guess, on the east side of the house, because of stuff like this that comes through, like basically once every year, once every couple of years, and just kind of blows everything over. And the trees just really, they have a hard time dealing with that kind of craziness. Sorry for the shaky video, but just kind of walking around. I think this spruce is gonna have to come down too, unfortunately, because the base is actually, it's cracked in half. I wonder if I can get you in here. Yeah, see right there, that base, there's a crack forming in the middle of it, and it's starting to pull over. So my neighbor and I went up in the tree and put a chain up there, but we have to actually take it down. It's unfortunate. So what we're planning on doing in this area is, well, I don't actually have a plan yet, but the tentative plan is that I'm gonna put some small oak trees there, further away from the house. You know, something that tops out at maybe like 20 feet, something like that. I'm thinking oak, chestnut, kind of savanna type thing. And that's basically what I think is going to go there. And we're going to move them further away from the house because of, I mean, we, you know, obvious reasons. We don't want things to fall into the house. We like the shade here in the summer, but we don't like the idea that the trees can fall in the house. And actually, the neighbor back there at 65, he's over, I think, he's actually just next door, but he actually had a giant tree fall right on his roof, and they had to get a crane out here to get it off. Couldn't believe it. Guy charged him, I think, $12,000 or something to get the tree off, and that was before fixing all the stuff that was damaged. So the roof is completely destroyed. I think he said it was like over $100,000 worth of damage. Insane. So yeah, I'm just kind of like just doing a little walkabout, seeing how things did, assessing all the damage and whatnot. I mean, overall, most of the little trees here look pretty good. Yeah, look at this. We got some flowers forming on the pawpaws, which is great. Let's get some flowers here. I was actually thinking that this one would flower this year. Let's see. Let's see if we can find any over here. There was one last year. Actually, I think there was two, but I don't see any now. Maybe this one's just a little bit later. I think that was the thing. It was like, it just kind of wanted to... Oh, here we go. Yeah, I see him. Okay. Check it out. So there's one there, and there's two here, and there's one here. Oops, which doesn't want to focus. So this is looking good. I think maybe I'm just a little bit early. There's probably some other ones that are going to come out of there. So at least like 3 or 4 or 5 there. And here's look like the beginning of another one. Yeah, so we might get some cross-pollination this year. Could be some pawpaws. That'd be pretty exciting. And yeah, well, just learning to climb so I can cut down the arborist bills. Jeez, the arborists are... General tip, when you're planting trees or you see trees show up, you should always identify them. If you identify that they're going to get to like 150 feet tall, maybe take them away if they're near the house. Just pro tip, because this type of tree, they wanted $1,500 just to take down that one branch. So it would have been $3,000 for that one. They wanted $3,000 for that other locust that they actually did take down. and then another $600 for the one that was basically on the ground, which they just kind of dropped. So arborists are crazy expensive, and just be careful what you're letting grow around your house, because stuff shows up and it looks cute when it's little, but man, they get big. So it's good to learn to identify things. And the other cool thing was, I don't know if I made a video about this last year, but I took some, I took some, what are these, mulberries, everbearing mulberries, Illinois everbearing, and I cut them all. I was doing some pruning because this thing looked like it was gonna break. So I pruned a whole bunch of stuff off of them, and I thought, what the heck, just throw them in a pot, right? But look, they look like they're growing. So I'm kind of fascinated by this, that it could be that easy. And I stuck like 3 or 4 in every pot thinking, there's gonna be major losses. But they're all kind of sprouting. So oddly enough, I think this works. And here, I'll show you guys some other cool stuff in here. Hey Pops, you wanna go in? Got some other fun stuff in here. I took some of it actually outside, but because it's nice out today. But got chestnuts in here. I don't know if you can see any of them in here. Well, there's that one that I put there. There's these guys. Those are chestnuts. These are goji berries that I started from seed. They're looking great. I took them inside just to give them a light winter, because I didn't know what was going to happen. And then these things, check these out. These are carob seeds. So the fake chocolate that you get. There's one there. There's one there. There's another one sprouting here. They're very slow, it seems. So I think they just take their time and work on their roots. And these are figs. Oh, this one doesn't look all that great. Looks like it's rotting. But these ones that are all growing, I purchased from somebody. Yes, we're starting more figs. I started LDA, Campaneri, St. Rita. Those are the ones I asked for, and then he threw in Brunswick, and I believe there's another one in there, but he said that LDA apparently would do 2 crops a year, Campaneri maybe 2 crops, and then St. Rita. He said they were all super reliable. So I've been looking for ones that are, common and common and tough enough to handle the conditions here. And I identified a couple candidates that I think are going to work out, so we'll see. And then the avocados, the yuzus, and the black persimmons I took outside because it's nice out. They're getting some warmth. So yeah, anyway, this is kind of turning into a long video, but I just wanted to give everybody an update, tell you I'm still here, still doing stuff. Maybe I'll walk around the front yard at some point and show you guys the damage. It's pretty extensive, but it does give me the opportunity to do something new. So there will be new light, less shade, and I can plant some chestnuts or oak trees or mini oaks or yeah, I have some interesting ideas. Anyway, welcome to spring.